So welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cumbria Mountain Goat. Glad you could join us for this one. So today I'm just going to do a fairly short video about the best tips about recovering after completing an ultramarathon, such as the Lakeland 50, which I did a week on Saturday now. So first of all, my first top tip would be considering the amount of calories you burn in an average ultramarathon. So personally, I burnt 5,378 calories whilst running for 9.5 hours in the Lakeland 50. It's important to eat well. Personally, every time I've done the Lakeland 50 for about 2 to 3 days after the event, I've craved salty foods. So it's important to listen to those cravings. Your body needs them due to the amount of exertion you put it under running such an event, such as an ultramarathon. Therefore, it's important that you top up those calories. So eat well. For a want of a better word, don't feel bad about snacking and stuff because your body's crying out for them extra calories, because it is a lot of, it's not a typical run burning 5,378 calories whilst out on a run. Secondly, in order to recovery for the muscles, I would suggest that you have a bath with Epsom salts in it. So make sure the water's doesn't have to be red hot, just it's warm enough to just a comfortable warm sort of temperature for a bath. Put some Epsom salts in there, 2 to 3 cups of Epsom salts recommended, I would say, and soak in the bath for between 10 and 15 minutes for 2 to 3 days. So every evening after your event, have a bath with Epsom salts. That helps for the muscles to recover, as they're going to be very tight, especially the hamstrings, the glutes, and the calves, and the quads, of course, with all the uphill running for ultramarathons in the Lake District. Another suggestion, and one that I've only learned recently off a sports massage therapist that I see, based in Carlisle. Shout out to Lucy Lamb, best sports massage therapist I've ever been to. And I'll probably use her services for years to come. Good recommendation from Jason Pollock there at Border River Runners. So Lucy Lamb suggests that you do take magnesium tablets. They help with muscle recovery as well. So 1 to 2 a day with a glass of water. It's important to take these extra supplements on. So I would suggest taking the magnesium tablets for a week after the event. So either every morning with your breakfast or every evening with your tea, with a glass of water. And in terms of activities after a 50, well, for once, your legs the day after won't even consider walking downstairs, never mind doing a run. So that was especially for me this year. I found I took a bit longer to recover due to a knee injury that I had leading up to the event. I knew that it was a risk doing the event. I got round, I ran faster than I thought I would. So I expected my recovery phase to be a bit longer than usual. So in previous years, I've had 4 days off of running after the Lakeland 50. During those days, I've done some walks, but just steady, moderate pace walks for between 1 and 2 miles, just to keep moving. So the worst thing you can do after an ultramarathon is just sit around on the sofa for a few days. You'll just seize up because your muscles are tight, and it'll just worsen the tightness of the muscles by sitting around doing nothing. So go for some walks, do other cardio stuff that takes the weight off your legs. Do a bit on an exercise bike, go to the gym, maybe do a few weights, nothing heavyweight session, but you could do a upper body strength for a change. Just leave all your legs to rest. You could focus on the upper body for a few days. So you're still doing exercise, but nothing strenuous. So at the moment, I'm in my recovery phase. It's been almost it'll be 2 weeks this Saturday. I'm hoping to get back to training tomorrow. Starting my next training block with a nice hilly session around my local park here in Lancaster. And then on Thursday, go for a road run with a mate local to the area. And then Saturday, so my third session back, will be probably something like a 10k maybe on Saturday morning. But all my paces this week are just going to be steady because it's just getting back into the running again, get them legs moving, used to running after the time off. So I'd say they're my top tips for recovering from ultramarathons, which I've learned from experience of listening to other people that have done ultramarathons and listening to physios and also reading advice online and YouTube videos from runners, etc. Then these are my top tips for recovery. But if you have some top tips of your own you'd like to share, then please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Oh, and finally, I've just remembered now, another one would be to drink lots of water, because you've sweated out buckets and buckets full of, and you've lost that water from your body during an ultramarathon. It's important to replenish your hydration levels. So make sure you drink lots of water, especially in the couple of days after an ultramarathon, in order to keep hydrated. So thanks for listening to my top tips for how to recover after an ultramarathon. Hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.